Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of June of 2014, in which I did not pick up any games that were released this month, but I do have some interesting titles, and specifically for the PlayStation Vita, I picked up a few games for very cheap, so games that I think they were worthy of adding, or of being added to my collection. So I'm going to start with a Wii U game though, and that game is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. If you guys watch my latest Wii U collection video, some of you may already know that I have this game. But essentially, this is a mini-game collection themed around the Winter Olympic Games that took place early this year in Russia. And this is not a very good mini-game collection. It feels like the game lacks that usual quality and polish that it's characteristic of Nintendo games. So in my opinion, a not very fun and not very good minigame collection, and I'm glad I did not pay more than 20 bucks for this game, because I don't think it's worth paying over 20 bucks. That's my opinion, but Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, not a very good minigame collection. For the PlayStation 4, I finally picked this game up. I was interested to pick this game up when the PlayStation 4 launched, but I never got around to it, and I'm kind of glad I waited. And that game is Killzone Shadowfall for the PlayStation 4, a launch title that it's a pretty good graphical showcase for the system. It really shows what the PlayStation 4 is capable of, but overall I think the critics and the reviews, they all agree that the single player campaign in this game is not very good. It's pretty bland. I haven't really started the game yet, but I'm glad I waited for this. I picked this up for 20 bucks, and I'm glad to have this game, and I guess give it a shot whenever I get around to it. But Killzone Shadowfall, it should be an interesting title. I like the Killzone games, so I'm really excited to see why the game did not live up to the expectations as far as the single player campaign for many of the fans out there. So Killzone Shadowfall for the PlayStation 4. And now I'm gonna jump into my Vita pickups, and I'm gonna start with something that is Killzone related, and that is Killzone Mercenary. I don't know if I already showed this game in my previous pickup video. I'm not really sure, because I picked this up like a month ago or so, but I did an impressions video on this game. I just recently did this, and this is a fantastic first-person shooter for the Vita. It's one of the most fun games that I have in my Vita collection, and highly recommended. Not because of the nature of the game, but also because it's a graphical showcase. I do believe that this is probably the best looking Vita game out there. So if you want to hear my extended thoughts on the game, go and check out my impressions video on Killzone Mercenary. But overall, the game is really short. It only took me 4 to 5 hours to beat the single player campaign, but there's a lot of replay value. The game is structured in such a way that it makes you want to go back and unlock more weapons and earn more money, because in this game you play as a mercenary, so you get money to buy upgrades and weapons, and you also get money by playing the online multiplayer mode. So a very solid title, and in my opinion a must-have if you enjoy first-person shooters and you own a PlayStation Vita. So Killzone Mercenary, a very good game. Next up, for really cheap, I picked up Luminous Lumens. I don't know, I'm not really sure how to pronounce this, but essentially this is a puzzle game that it's music driven. I remember hearing Pete Dorr's thoughts on this game, and he really liked this game. So I remember I tried the demo, and I was not a big fan of it, but I saw this for really cheap at Toys R Us, so I decided to pick this up, and I'm gonna give it a second shot and see if I end up liking this game a little bit more. So Luminous for the PlayStation Vita. Also for the Vita, and in accordance to the World Cup fever that we're having at the moment, I picked up FIFA Soccer. This is the first FIFA game released for the PlayStation Vita, and it's supposed to be a pretty solid title, but the rosters are going to be outdated, obviously, because this game was released in 2012. But again, I think it was worth picking this up. I think I paid like 4 bucks for it, so I also got it at Toys R Us. So I like playing FIFA games, and I don't have a portable FIFA game on my Vita, so this will do the trick. And with the World Cup fever, I guess I'm all set with this right here. And also to round out my Vita games, I picked up Smartass, another game that I got for really cheap, and this is essentially the equivalent of the brain training games. This is the PlayStation version of the brain training games, and it's pretty fun. I've been playing this daily. The game encourages you to play brain exercises daily, and they focus on different subjects like arithmetic and literature and observation, logic and things like that. So the goal is to every day try to get better and improve your scores. So I've been playing. It's a pretty nice, well presented game, but I think I prefer the brain training games a little bit more. But I'm glad to have this for really cheap in my collection. And also for the PlayStation Vita, this is not a game, but Toys R Us, I picked the AC adapter for the PlayStation Vita. Even though it says 20 bucks in here, I only paid $2 for it because Toys R Us is having this huge clearance, and I really don't need an extra AC adapter, but I figured for 2 bucks, might as well get one in case, you know, my Vita adapter goes wrong, something goes wrong with it or whatever. So for 2 bucks, I can't really complain. Now we're gonna switch gears into PlayStation 3 mode, and I only have one game here in my pile, and that game is Beyond Two Souls, an interactive action-adventure game by Quantic Dream. I just finished this game, and there's an impressions video coming up pretty soon for this, so stay tuned if you want to hear my extended thoughts on this game. But I really enjoyed this game, and I'm really glad I gave it a shot, because I was not very happy with how Heavy Rain ended up being. I thought the story had some problems that I didn't really like, but I ended up really liking Beyond Two Souls, and highly recommend it if you have a PlayStation 3, because it's an exclusive title. So very fun, interactive game. Next up, I have two 3DS games, and the first of which I got from that Toys R Us sale, and it's Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy for the Nintendo 3DS, and it's another game in the Ace Combat series. You know, you control planes. This one feels a little bit more arcadey than others in the series, but it's a game by Namco, and I think it's somewhat hard to find, so I'm really glad I picked this up, and it was, you know, I got it for really cheap, so I haven't played this yet, but I'm excited to give it a shot. The next game I picked up at GameStop, and it's a game that I don't think a whole lot of people will ever pick this game up, but it's Crash City Mayhem. And ever since this game got released, I had my eyes set on this game, which may sound weird, because this game is really a poor quality game. Slow frame rate, horrible early PlayStation 2 era graphics, just a lot of performance issues, but the game looks a lot like, it has that Cruisin USA vibe, and I really like the Cruisin games for the, you know, back in the day for the Nintendo 64. And even though this is not a racing game, it's more like an objective-based crashing game where, you know, you get objectives and you have to retrieve certain things. So you go around the city driving your car, and, you know, if you crash, if you just run over things, you get more money and more points. So it's a crazy, wacky game that, again, lacks from, you know, it has a horrible performance issues, but it has that Cruisin USA vibe, in the sense that you can drive a pickup truck, or you can drive an old muscle, you know, Mustang type of car, and a Ferrari type of car. So all these crazy selection of vehicles at your disposal. So picked this up from GameStop, brand new, for 10 bucks, and not a very good game. It's not for everybody, but I was looking forward to this, to have it in my collection. And now we're gonna move into the Wii games that I picked up. And speaking of the Cruising series, I picked this up, Cruising, which is another game within the Cruising universe, I guess. And this game is horrible. It got horrible reviews, but I picked this up for really cheap. And again, I really enjoyed Cruisin USA and Cruisin World for the Nintendo 64, and I decided I wanted to see why is this game so bad. I haven't played this yet, but again, this is supposed to be a horrible racing game that really doesn't hold a candle to the original titles in the series. So happy to have this in my collection, though. Another game that I picked up for really cheap, and I'm very happy to have it. It's Excite Truck. This is a launch title, and this is a, I guess, pickup truck type of crazy over-the-top arcadey game. I haven't played this yet, but supposedly this is a very fun title in which you, I think, exclusively use the Wii mode, and you have to sort of, you know, tilt the Wii mode to control the trucks. And this is a Nintendo published game, so I'm very happy to find this because it's kind of hard to find this game nowadays. So it's a launch Wii title, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. And yet another super cheap game, and these games are all from GameStop, which if you guys want to pick up Wii games, now it's the time because they're really coming down in price. And the game is Sega Superstar Tennis. I don't know much about this other than I'm assuming it's similar to the Mario Tennis games in which you can pick a Sega theme mascot or character and play tennis. So I really enjoyed Mario Tennis on the 64, on the GameCube, on the 3DS. So I'm curious to see how Sega handled the arcadey type of tennis games. So happy to have this, and I'm willing to give it a shot pretty soon. And to round out the physical games pickups, I have Wii Play and Wii Music, two games that a lot of people obviously picked these games up, especially Wii Play because I believe this was bundled with an extra Wii mode. But I never picked this game up, nor did I ever pick up the extra Wii mode that came with this, obviously. And I'm excited to see what this game is like. I think I got this for like $2, so why not? And Wii Music is one of the... every time I think of Wii Music, I have that shameful E3. I think it was the 08, or yeah, I think it was the 2008 E3 where Nintendo just embarrassed themselves on stage with, you know, showcasing Wii Music as their next big thing. So I picked this up again, really cheap. I think $3, and I'm just excited to see what the hell Wii Music is all about. So that's it for my physical games that I picked up. Digital games, PlayStation Plus. I've been playing a lot of Mutant Mudds Deluxe for the Vita, thanks to PlayStation Plus, and I did download a bunch of the games that were offered, such as NBA 2K14. I was in dire need to play a new basketball game because I think the last one that I picked up was NBA Live 10. So I'm glad that they offer NBA 2K14, and I also downloaded Trine 2 for the PlayStation 4, so I'm really excited to play that because I enjoyed Trine Director's Cut for the Wii U, and I'm ready to go back to Trine 2 for the PlayStation 4. Supposedly it has a little bit better visuals and effects in that game. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next month with more pickups. Thanks.